Hello everyone, good morning or good afternoon. My name is Saleh Ahmed Saleh and my matrix number is 012 025 020 588, and this is my presentation for assignment 1 for principle of industry management. And for this presentation I have chosen the semiconductor industry to speak on, and specifically I have chosen Intel Malaysia as my main company. Okay, so why did I choose Intel? So I chose Intel because they play a really big, huge role in the global semiconductor industry, and and how do they present in Malaysia in a very important. So Intel Malaysia has been operating for over 50 years, and it's one of Intel's largest manufacturing and R&D sites outside of the United States. So they contribute not only to a global chip production, but also to the Malaysian's economy growth and their technology development. And they also I also choose Intel because it depends how strong their operation management and their innovation can make a company stay competitive against others big players, like for example we have AMD. So to understand Intel's success, we have four main concepts to understand first before starting. So first we have the operating management. So the operating management, which is about how the company plans, organize, and how do they control their daily activities to produce goods efficiency. Second thing, we have the operation strategy. So the operation strategy, it refers to Intel's long-term direction in achieving businesses goals through the innovation and their quality. Third thing, we have the system, and these are the process, technology, and their structure. So Intel use to manage their production and their ensure consistency. The final thing, we have the productivity, and this measures how efficiently Intel use the resources to produce high quality products while reducing the minimum waste and their cost. Okay, so let's talk about Intel background. So Intel first began operating in Malaysia in 1972 when they opened their first factory here, actually in Penang. And at that time they started a small assembly plant, but over the years they expanded into a major hub for manufacturing, testing, designing, and even research and development. And today, Intel Malaysian employees thousands of skilled workers and engineers, and it's now considered one of Intel's most strategic global sites. And they are planning a major role in producing microchips and processors that power the computers or the PCs and services also around the world. And this history shows how Intel Malaysia has grown from a local plant into a really big global technology center. So Intel Malaysian operation management, they focus on producing high quality semiconductor products efficiency and safely. And the company applies lean production technique to reduce waste and cut unnecessary cost and trying to minimize their productivity. And they also emphasize the continuous improvement, which means they regularly identify and fix their problems in the production process to improve their performance. And another important aspect is employees training and their development. So Intel trains thousands of workers on on technically skills, safety, and quality standards, and these efforts ensure that Intel Malaysia output always meets the strict global standard, and they are helping the company maintain to to their reputation for reliability and their excellence. Okay, so Intel operation strategy is to build around innovation, sustainability, and a global competitiveness. And one major example is around 30 billion ringgit expansion project in Penang, which will increase their production capacity and create around 4,000 new jobs, and the strengthness for the Malaysian role in Intel global network. So Intel strategy also focus on speed to market, sorry, and ensuring that new products reach the customers quickly and to meet the technology demand. And at the same time, Intel is deeply committed to sustainability, and the company aims here to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2040. And it's already integrated rewardable energy and waste management system in the Malaysian plant. So this actually balance the strategy that helps Intel stay innovation, efficiency, and their environmental responsible while competing globally with AMD and TSMC. Okay, so for the system part, the system is actually part of the circle of the Intel Malaysian success. So the company actually here use an advanced technology such as robotics, automations, and precision the testing equipment, so they can ensure the continuity and the accuracy for the production. And every step of the manufacturing process is monitored through AI and data analysis to identify the defected early and prevent the losses. So Intel also integrate their supply chain system, linking suppliers, logistic, and the manufacturing until to ensure a smooth and timely delivery of the material and the product. And they have another interesting system which called the digital twin technology, which will create a virtual vision of the factory, and the engineers can test their improvements to predict the failure before it can happen. And this advanced system gives Intel a competitive edge and make their production more efficient and reliable and even more adaptable. Okay, so for the productivity part, Intel Malaysia achieves an impressive levels of productivity by combining the automation and the skilled human resources. So the robots handle repetitively a high pressure tasks, while the workers actually focus on innovation and problem solving and the supervision. So the AI here is actually based system monitor the production line in real time and detecting efficiency and reducing the downtime. Intel here also invest heavily in the employees upscaling, so they can ensure that the staff stay updated with the latest manufacturing techniques. And this actually will allow the company to produce more outputs without increasing their cost. And compared to AMD, Intel's in-house production gives it more control over quality and performance, while AMD release their outsourcing to TSMC so they can lower their cost. Intel focus on technology and workforce development. And this is what keeps their productivity at a global standard. Okay, so for the comparison part, so when you're comparing Intel and AMD, both companies are globally leaders in the semiconductor technology industry, but their operation differ greatly. So Intel, they manage most of the manufacturing in-house, including their facilities in Malaysia, which gives it full control over quality, their process innovation, and their supply chain management. And on the other hand, we have AMD that outsource the most of their chips production to TSMC in Taiwan. And this allows AMD to save cost and focus more on the chip design and research rather than the factory operation. And Intel model provides sustainability and control, while AMD model gives flexibility and lower expenses. And in the end, both strategies are effective. Intel, they focus on long-term control and innovation, while AMD benefits from agility and reduce their operation risk. Okay, so in the conclusion and the recommendation part, in conclusion, Intel Malaysia demonstrate how the effective operation management strategy system and the productivity can make a company really successfully globally. Through their strong investment in technology, sustainability, and people, Intel continues to be a key player in the semiconductor industry. And for my recommendation to Intel is to stay ahead and continue investing in AI automation strength, a collaboration with the local, or they can collaboration with the local universities and suppliers, and they can actually also expand their green innovates to meet their global sustainability goals. So overall, Intel Malaysia is an excellent example of how a company can combine efficiency, innovation, and responsibility to maintain the leadership in a highly competitive industry. Thank you very much.